Blessings, bright ones, and welcome to day 15 in the creative matrix of divine frequency, where all is inspirational and uplifting. This is a space of truth. It's a space of being. It's a space of consciousness that always is. It's always present. It's always available. It's always right here for us to embrace, for us to attune to. So on those days where we feel a bit pressured, a bit exhausted, a bit without direction, it's enough to simply say, I welcome in all truth. I welcome in all inspiration. I welcome in all that is uplifting, all that allows my soul to remember that right here, this exact moment is the most perfect moment for me. This moment right here opens to every miracle, to every blessing, to every extraordinary wonder that can be. And sometimes we need just to be in that gentle, sweet space of remembrance that the creative matrix is ever present. It overlays and entwines with every aspect of our life because it's a point of consciousness that holds only that which is supportive and uplifting. It's a practice to move through, to navigate through, to use this as a gateway of experience for ourselves. It's a practice to remember I don't need to get lost in any of these self-defeating patterns, any of these doubts or these fears. I don't need to feel as if they control me. I get to recognize that they might be real and authentic in my life for a moment because we know that we're all there. We know that there are moments where we cannot see clearly. And in these moments, those doubts and those fears can feel so overwhelming. But let's remember, that's at one plane of consciousness. It's one vibration of being. It's one frequency that is attuned to limitation, to doubt, to fear, to shadow, to loss, to lack. That's one way of looking at the world. It's one way of feeling connected. It's also possible for us to shift awareness and just say, I choose love. I choose to be inspired. I choose to see the clear path through. I choose to welcome in every blessing, to live my life with joy. I choose to accept all the blessings that can be. This can be our reality, but we have to know that this realm of all that is supportive and all that is uplifting, it's not structured. There's no defined way to move through this. It must be flexible. It must be fluid. It must be intuitive. You must stand in this perfect moment, in this perfect breath, not the breath before, this perfect breath, and say, I align with all that is beautiful, supportive, nurturing, energizing, uplifting. When you know this is your truth, that becomes the creative aspect. That becomes your creative life force, telling the universe what it is you wish to welcome. It's enough to be in the depth of sorrow for a moment, and in that, authentically just being in that, remember that I choose love. The moment you shift your awareness for a moment, that's a creative call. That's you initiating a new path through. You must begin to recognize your own personal power. The creative matrix is all that is uplifting and supportive, and it is ever present, but it must be something we choose to participate with. It must be something that we become comfortable in. We've been taught to wait and wait and wait for the perfect opportunities to clear our path. But the truth is that we are the ones calling those opportunities to ourselves. We are the ones. If we are waiting for another person to open that door, we are letting go of our own personal power. I practice this in my own life. There are many things I'm ready to transform and to move through. There are many things I'm really ready to expand within my own personal awareness. And when I feel like I'm not there yet, I ask myself authentically, so what can you do today? In my thoughts, in my actions, in my intentions, what can I do today to help me believe that that next step is right here? What can I do to allow myself connection to, alignment with, resonance with that next wave of possibility and potential? I need to feel connected to it. It needs to be personal in my world, or I will always be surrendered to wait. But I want to create. I want to be in my power. I want to call out to all universal source and say, today is the day. I clear all shadows. I clear all limitations. I clear all of the memories that I once held on to, telling me that I was insignificant or disempowered or lacking or in loss. I want to clear all of that. And I'm going to ask Divine Source to remind me of who I am, to remind me of the power I hold within, the power to activate all that is supportive, all that is inspiring right here in my world, right here. I want to activate it in all that I have the ability to control and define right here, my own thoughts, my own personal world, this moment right here. And knowing that this power, this focused intention will call out to all of the beautiful beings, seen and unseen, earthly and ethereal, all these beautiful beings, ancient and present, all these beautiful beings that will support my journey, all these beautiful beings that will inspire me to feel connected to this new aspect of self. Remember that we are continuously recreating ourselves. But growth is movement forward. That's creation. If there is any part of you that feels stuck, and you have to be very honest and real with yourself. The lighting is very dark, isn't it? If there is any part of you that feels stuck, it's a sign that you have let go of your own personal power. I'm just going to say that. If you are feeling stuck, then you've forgotten that you have the ability to shift this experience right here, right now. And sometimes it's as easy as reminding ourselves that we're not stuck. So you might just stand exactly where you are and remind yourself, I am blessed. I am loved. I am supported. I am safe. You might welcome in all of these gentle affirmations to simply remind yourself that today is filled with potential. Today, I call to myself everything that feeds my soul. Just let yourself be authentic and real. Sometimes those prayers will welcome in excitement because you need to feel alive again. And sometimes those prayers will encourage you to take a nap, to recall your energy and nurture yourself. Sometimes we need to be still and to refill ourselves. And sometimes we need to expand. We need to unfurl our wings and soar. This is the creative matrix. There's no right way to do it. And if you're real with yourself, you will remember that you are so incredibly complex that what you need in each moment will shift and change continuously as well. I'm feeling so incredibly blessed. I'm feeling as if there is, imagine a shaft of light, a portal of light in the core of my being. And imagine that it's coming in from source, and imagine this happening for you as well. It's coming in from source, this beautiful light. It enters into the chasm that I am, this beautiful open expanse of being, of just presence. It enters in, and as it enters in, I sense the golden light and the white light and the indigo light, and I sense all of these lights coming through and spiraling together as they mix and they merge with each one of my points of power. The rainbow is activating and awakening within myself. It begins to swirl and swirl and swirl until it's just this rainbow that is alive and present within myself. And the moment I'm pretty sure I just merged with an insect. And so it is, nurturing and feeding my soul in a perfect way, without judgment, allowing, receiving, accepting the comedy of life as it unfurls. And in the moment that all these colors and all of this energy makes that connection, it begins to not only activate me, but to merge in and unite in with Earth Mother herself. This portal now extends. It doesn't match and meet. It extends into Earth Mother. It extends. And as it does, all of this light that flows through me, all of this life force that flows through me, now has space to expand itself, and I mean expand. I see it just beginning to reach out like liquid light, just a river of light just reaching out. Spirit is telling me that we, you and I, as we open our hearts to connect with divine source, we bring in divine frequency, but that divine frequency takes on a unique frequency, a unique vibration, a unique attribute. The moment it connects to us, we blend our energy in with this pure force of light. We give it its own tone. We give it its own brilliance. We give it its own spark of being. And the moment we accept that we, you and I, are here to anchor this energy, this blessed energy, into the earth plane, it begins to spread out far and wide. But they say you must understand that what you are giving expression to in this exact moment is something that no one else can. This is your gift to humanity, your gift to Earth Mother, your gift to life and to light. You don't just exist in this world to receive. You exist to create, to be in your power, to explore your potential, to see what has the ability to birth through you when you trust, when you allow. So sense that right now, as it moves through you and you trust it, there is no resistance. You're just allowing this beautiful divine light to merge and to integrate with all you are. And then it moves through and it blesses all that is. Just breathe in this awareness for a moment. And then imagine. Can you believe? Can you really believe that you are here to play such a vital, such a purposeful, such a blessed role upon this earth and not be supported? Spirit sees us as we are, not as who we believe ourselves to be. Spirit sees us as we are. And as this beautiful collective begins to envelop me, just to encapsulate all I am, just to wrap their energy, their light around me and you, I am reminded of how supported we are. We have to let go of all the limited stories we tell ourselves. There has to be a point in our journey when we are ready to jump into that next wave of consciousness, that next wave of self-discovery, where our sight begins to really allow in all the higher truth, the higher frequency, the higher understanding. As I say this, I'm sensing all timelines collapsing. It's important at this moment for each of you that are ready to really claim your power to remember who you are. So in your own beautiful way, Spirit is collapsing any timelines that hold you back from remembering that you are the light one, you are the ancient one, you are the sacred one, you are the healer. You are the teacher, you are the warrior, you are the sage, you are all you wish to be. You are extraordinary and infinite within your own essence of being. Sometimes we lose sight of this. And Spirit says, today we want nothing more than to gift you with remembrance. So recognize too that as all this light has poured through and continues to pour through, that it's more than just light. Each point, each little sparkle of light within this rainbow, within this river, each little point of light holds a whole library of knowledge, truth, and information for you to retrieve, for you to connect to, for you to embrace. All of this divine light is encoded, and it's encoded in light frequency. Light frequency that only your soul knows how to interpret, how to translate. It speaks to the heart, it speaks to the soul. And once the heart and the soul awakens, your heart and your soul give directions, give permission to each of the atoms and the molecules and the physical essence of your being to align with, to attune with that higher vibration of being. There is an unfurling, a blossoming that's taking place. You must give permission to your soul, to your heart, to really be in power, to be the creative force behind all things. I am in non-resistance this week. I am doing my best to witness. I'm doing my best to allow, but then to recognize that my journey, my personal experience is defined by all the choices I make. I'm allowing myself to just be in laughter, to be in vulnerability, not needing to be perfect, just allowing myself to be. And I'm going to ask Divine Source to continue reminding me of who I truly am. Because if I'm not always racing to achieve, to be, to represent, it's easier for me to allow all of these deeper understandings to flow through, to become personal. So we allow this to be, and trust that each of you, wherever you are on your journey, let go of being spiritual for a moment. If that word perplexes you, let go of it. And I'm saying, just listen to your soul, listen to your heart, and allow yourself to be in joy, be in love, and then follow any path that brings you deeper into that all-encompassing love, peace, joy. It's yours to embrace. It's yours. The world is beautiful, but I will say that it is no longer winter in Florida, if it ever was, and the humidity is rising and rising and rising each day, which is bringing these insects. I will find a way to record with you without being so yummy for them. I will find a way. But for today, go forward and know that day 15, again, is perfect as it is. Just allow it to be. Take what you wish. Let your soul journey forward and explore, because it's not in my words that you're receiving the blessings. It's in the energy. It's in the love. It's in connection to your own divine source. Just let yourself be free. Okay? Beautiful blessings, and always, always, namaste.